This AI shift could change your income completely. Use AI consistently and earn more. Welcome to Money Clarity Hub. Most people treat AI tools like optional helpers that can be ignored when convenient. If that is your belief too, it quietly puts you at a hidden financial disadvantage that you don't immediately notice. AI does not replace your effort in a meaningful way. It multiplies what you can produce within the same amount of time. AI can either amplify bad money decisions or improve them. Use AI tools with Money Decision Filter, linked in the description below. When your output increases without extra effort, your earning potential shifts upward naturally. That is where the real advantage starts forming. This is not about future trends or distant possibilities. It is already happening in real time across multiple industries. People using AI daily are finishing tasks faster and capturing more opportunities. That difference compounds quickly over weeks and months. You do not need technical expertise to benefit from AI tools. You only need consistent and practical use. Most tools are simple enough to apply immediately in everyday situations. What matters is how often you use them. Now, something becomes clear when you look at this differently. AI is not competing with you, it is extending your capabilities. Once you see that shift, your approach begins to change naturally. You start looking for ways to apply AI instead of avoiding it. This is where your advantage begins to take shape. Tasks that used to slow you down begin moving faster with less friction. You can research topics, draft ideas, and organize information in a fraction of the time. That speed creates room for more valuable work. Now your effort produces more output than before, and more output creates more opportunities to earn. This is where AI becomes a money partner rather than a tool, because it directly influences how much you can produce and capture. But most people stop at occasional use. They try it once or twice and then return to old habits. That limits the impact significantly because inconsistency breaks momentum. Momentum is what creates real results. When you begin using AI daily, something subtle starts changing. It becomes part of how you think through problems and tasks. You stop asking whether to use it and begin focusing on how to use it better in different situations. That shift increases effectiveness over time. This is where your earning potential begins expanding beyond previous limits, because your output is no longer tied strictly to time. Now that you understand the leverage, the next step becomes practical. You begin applying AI directly to income-related activities. You use it to refine communication, generate ideas, and process information more efficiently. That improves how you present and execute your work. For example, writing proposals or content becomes clearer and faster. That increases your chances of getting results consistently. You are not just saving time in small ways, you are improving the quality and speed of your work simultaneously. This is where AI starts compounding your efforts over time, because each improvement builds on the previous one. But there is another layer people often overlook, and that layer is decision making. AI helps you analyze information faster and compare different options more clearly. That reduces the risk of poor decisions. When your decisions improve, your financial outcomes improve as well. Better decisions lead to better allocation of money and effort. Now your actions become more deliberate and informed, and that changes your trajectory over time. This is where AI becomes more than a productivity tool. It becomes a thinking partner that sharpens your judgment. Now something shifts again in how you approach opportunities. You begin noticing them earlier because you process information faster. When you can evaluate options quickly, you act sooner than others who hesitate. That timing creates advantage. Opportunities often reward speed and clarity, and AI supports both in a consistent way. This is where the gap begins widening between users and non-users, because one group moves faster while the other stays reactive. Now you begin thinking differently about your time and effort. You stop trading hours directly for results. Instead, you use AI to extend what you can accomplish within the same time frame. That changes your earning structure. This is where financial growth becomes more realistic, because your output is no longer fixed by time alone. Once you see this clearly, the next shift becomes immediate. You begin integrating AI into your daily financial decisions and workflows. You ask it to help analyze spending, explore investment ideas, and evaluate opportunities. That turns it into a consistent support system. This is not about trusting AI blindly without thinking. It is about using it to strengthen your own reasoning process. You still control the final decision, but your decisions become sharper with better input. That difference compounds over time. Now, your financial strategy becomes more structured and responsive because you can adjust quickly when conditions change. You are no longer guessing or reacting slowly, you are analyzing and adapting in real time. But there is still a common mistake that holds people back. They treat AI as something optional. Optional tools are used inconsistently, and inconsistent use produces minimal results. This is where most people fall behind without noticing, not because they lack access, but because they lack consistency. Consistency is what creates leverage, and leverage is what increases income potential. Now your behavior becomes the deciding factor in your results, not the tool itself, but how you use it. You either integrate AI into your routine or keep it at the edges of your work. That choice determines your pace of progress. This is where discipline becomes important again. You choose to use AI even when it feels unnecessary. Because long-term advantage comes from repeated application, not from occasional bursts of effort. Now something deeper becomes visible. AI is not just about efficiency, it is about positioning yourself ahead of others. When you position yourself early, you capture opportunities others miss. That positioning creates financial advantage. Opportunities lead to income growth when you act on them consistently, and income growth supports financial independence. Now the roadmap becomes clearer in simple terms. Use AI to increase output, improve decisions, and expand opportunities. That combination creates momentum over time, and momentum produces results that compound. You begin seeing patterns earlier and acting on them faster than before. That timing advantage becomes significant. But here is the uncomfortable truth most people ignore. They hesitate when they should be acting. When uncertainty appears, they pause instead of using available tools to move forward. That hesitation slows everything down. You thought AI was a threat to your role or income, but ignoring it is the real threat you did not recognize. AI can either amplify bad money decisions or improve them. Use AI tools with Money Decision Filter, linked in the description below. And here is the final realization. When pressure builds, you fall back into familiar habits instead of using new tools to move faster. That reaction is exactly what keeps you behind, while others quietly use AI to move ahead without you noticing. Thanks for watching Money Clarity Hub. Subscribe for more weekly insights and explore the video playlists.